You're going to love this one. This is my father's joke. It's a good one. There's this Englishman and he decides to go on holiday to North Wales on his bicycle. He goes, I want peace and quiet, I want the week off. The summer's here, the weather's good, I'm going to go for it. So he goes over to North Wales on his bicycle. You'll love this one, my father's joke. And he goes over to North Wales and he's cycling through the valleys and everything's going well. And then suddenly his bicycle packs up, his chain snaps, he gets a puncture. He thinks, God, that's all I need. So he's struggling through the valleys, it's a nice day. No sign of life, nobody around. And he thinks, God help me. And he suddenly sees this man. He goes, I'm sure he's going to help me. So he starts speaking, you know, I'm on holiday, my chain's snapped on my bicycle, I've got a puncture, can you help me? And the bloke turns around in Welsh, starts speaking in Welsh. They don't understand each other and he thinks, this is no bloody good. So he's struggling through with his bicycle, wheeling it, you know, it's hard work. And for a few hours, and he sees another man. He's going to help me, I'm sure. So he says, look, and he meets him, he says, my chain's snapped, I've got a puncture, I'm on holiday, can you help me fix my bike? And the bloke starts speaking to him in Welsh. We don't understand each other, this is no good. So he sits down for a few hours, has something to eat, you know, there's no sign of life. He carries, and then he decides, right, I'm going to go for it again. So he carries on. And 2 or 3 hours have passed. It's getting to a nice sunny evening, about 5 o'clock. No sign of life, and then suddenly he sees this man. They think, God, this has got to be work. 3rd time lucky. I'm sure it'll work. And he finally meets this bloke, and he says, look, my bike's packed up, my chain's snapped, I've got a puncture, can you help me? And the bloke turns round in Welsh language, they don't connect, they can't communicate, he thinks this is no bloody good. I'm going to call it a day, he thinks, sod it. He goes home, he goes home, he carries on and he rests for a little bit. It's about 7 in the evening, sun's still out, and he gets out his Welsh dictionary, and he starts learning the Welsh lingo, the Welsh language. He learns about my chain's snapped, I've got a puncture, I'm on holiday, can you help me fix my bike? So he gets it all versed in his head, he gets it right, and then he decides, well, I'm going to call it a day, he says, I'm going to sleep on it. So he goes to bed and just rests. I've had a long day, he thinks. Then the next morning he wakes up and he thinks, I'm going to go for it this time. And he gets out, eats something, has something to eat. It's a nice morning, nice sunny morning. And he gets out his Welsh dictionary just to recap on the Welsh lingo. He's got it all versed in his head. He thinks this has got to work. This has got to work. You'll love this one. You'll love this one. And so he decides, right, I'm going to set off now. I'm going to set off now, and this is going to work. So he carries on, walking with his bike, struggling with it. He's full of energy. He's had a good sleep. Everything's okay. It's a nice sunny morning, and he walks on for a couple of hours, you know. And he thinks, yeah, I know this is going to work. And it gets to about 11 in the morning. It's a nice day. No sign of life. Then after about 5 minutes, he sees this man. He thinks this has got to work. 4th time lucky, he says. This will work. I'm sure it will. You're going to love this. And so he approaches this man. And he comes up to him. And he's got it all versed in his head. I've got the Welsh language, I understand it now, he says. So he starts speaking in Welsh to this bloke. He goes, look, I'm on holiday. I had a bad day yesterday. My chain snapped. I've got a puncture. Can you help me? Can you help me fix it? And the bloke turned around and says, sod off, you Welsh bastard.